Okay, welcome back to Aspire HQ. We're here with Stuart Milne, who is one of our previous winners. Stuart won Velma, the gorgeous split screen from, how long ago was that, Stuart?
2nd of August 21.
Amazing. So Stuart's had loads of use, you've had loads of use out of that van.
I have.
You've won a show as well, I believe?
I did, but the first show I took her to, I won a Sponsors Award. Within 6 weeks I'd driven her to France and all over Normandy.
Amazing.
Faultlessly, she drove like a dream. It was great. We had good fun.
Yeah, I mean, Stuart, we talk about here at Aspire quite a lot because it's lovely.
Do.
Stuart messages in pictures of your travels. It's lovely when we get a winner that really embraces the culture, the lifestyle, and so yeah, it's amazing. So
We've had some really good fun. I still love it to bits, and it's great.
So we were just actually, because we've just come off the live draw last night. So we're filming this on Thursday morning. We had a brilliant live draw last night.
It was really good last night. The first night on our new site as well, and it all went seamlessly, which is great.
It did. And we were just talking about that feeling of what it must be like to win, and you were just sharing the stories, Stuart. So can you just before we get into the Badger run?
Yeah, not a problem. It was weird. I was at home on my own. My girlfriend had gone back to Hungary to see her family, and I got the phone call out of the blue. Didn't recognise the number, and it just didn't sink in for ages, and I didn't quite know what to do. So I rang my sister who lives in France and explained, and she then logged on to Facebook and re-watched it back, and obviously heard the conversation from you guys ringing. And I, obviously being a fairly local boy, I was lucky enough to come down and see you the very next day.
Yeah.
And come pick Velma up and drive her home, and that feeling was awesome, and still is. I still absolutely love her to bits. She's great.
Excellent.
She's great.
There's something really charming about a split screen. Like I'm same as you. In a way, I would daily one every single day. They put a smile on your face. They put a smile on other people's faces as well. Just driving past, the amount of waves you get. It's such a great feeling. It's a really fantastic scene to be in, which also brings us then onto the Badger run.
So this is how you've got. It pricked your ears up when we were talking about the Badger run on our YouTube
How
channel.
did you hear about that?
I was watching your Aspire HQ video, and within 3 or 4 minutes, as soon as you started and mentioned it, I'm in. Whatever the rest of it was, I'm in. I'm up for it.
We got a group Facebook Messenger, me, Owen, and Stu, and he said, "I'm in!" exclamation mark. So it's like, yeah, excellent stuff.
It was really funny because just after we did our first chat about the Badger run. We were sort of talking about potential participants that would join us along the run. I went, do you know what? I bet you Stuart Milne will be in. And it was like he read our minds within a few hours. He'd messaged in. So yeah, really glad to have him on board. We're going to have a little bit of a chat now over the sort of next half an hour about firming up some dates for the Badger run, firming up some more plans, chatting about the route, because Stuart's actually bringing a bit of extra potential for something for us to do on a leg of the trip, so we can have a chat about that.
Maybe.
So let's get straight into that. So you've got a family member that
my sister lives in Normandy, about 4 or 5 miles from Omaha Beach. The next port, the closest port to her, is about 40 minutes away, is Caen, and every September they do a historic beach race, and it's for vehicles that are pre-1947. So there's old cars, there's old motorbikes. And they race up and down the beach, and it's a really good event. Everybody dresses up.
It's going to be really fun, isn't it?
Period clothing.
So
dressing up, Jimmy's in.
100%. And so we were just discussing that about how that would like naturally fit, because we've already sort of penned a rough route, sort of key points of mainly night stops, and doable legs that seem
so
that they
sort
could
of
be kind
big
of
cities we want to visit. Obviously, we want to go to the Volkswagen Museum. We want to see some great scenery. We want to try and do as many countries along the route as we can as well. Lake Como is just absolutely beautiful, so we spoke about getting around Lake Como, even though it's going to be a little bit tight in my vehicle.
There's going to be some challenges ahead.
So guys, watch out for that, because Owen's going to be dropping a video very soon of his progress on his
progress vehicle. It is a vehicle,
It has got a name. It has got a name.
So I'm stuck between the Armadillo or the Bay Stream.
It's got to be the Armadillo.
Or the Bay Stream is the other one.
Bay Stream, I do like that as well. So it's cool. So Stuart's thrown this potential event in the mix. So we were possibly looking at going maybe the other way around, because you obviously got a loop effectively, and we were like, which direction do we head off in? With that event being end of September, it's like, do we ideally want to keep it the event between the last couple of weeks in September, start to finish, ideally, just so we get
the main reason for that is for the weather, isn't it?
So sort of on the turn of summer, hopefully get a bit of an Indian summer, not too hot, not too cold. The Goldilocks porridge moment. Will it happen?
The beach race at the end, for me, seemed like the best option.
Yeah.
I think that way everyone's done the trip. It's sort of hair down a bit, can relax.
Shame none of us are pre-47.
However, doing it that direction, you've got Amsterdam first, and you're going to get absolutely ruined on the first.
Why would you get ruined in Amsterdam?
Obviously, engaging in all the local activities.
Is that right?
What, looking at canals?
Canals.
There's some really historic buildings in it.
That's it. Yeah. Absolutely. So there's that sort of consideration as well, because we were the other way around. We're thinking maybe Amsterdam would be our finish point. And
that was the plan for
Central.
Yeah, so our bodies could recover on that one day as opposed to over 10.
The trouble with my thought with doing Caen first is if you're going, so that'll always be an overnight ferry, so you'll arrive there usually in the morning, and then you're kind of stuck there for that day, so we won't get any miles on. Whereas if we end it there, we could do
that's a good point.
That stint. So
get the evening boat.
That way, if we're doing the ferry, I would imagine once we land wherever we land first,
back to Aspire HQ for one final party.
Is that how it works? Is it a night ferry that goes that direction?
Usually is, from memory, yeah.
So that's enough. But then again, if we are having our last,
it'll be a long ferry.
Our last night, then we want to be partying, don't we?
The ferry's fun.
So we probably want to party, have a hangover, then do the night ferry back.
Well, I think they do a day boat as well, don't they? There's one leaves
we'll
about 10 o'clock in the morning.
They do a fast one as well.
They do the fast one.
It might be the fastest any of these air calls go. On the back of a boat.
Fair one. With all the gubbins that we're planning to put in, I'm having a bit of a bar, I think, in mine.
I'm having a full 900 by 900 shower in mine.
Never.
I am, yeah. We've done all the plans today, so you'll have to look out for the builds that we're actually doing. It's all going to be on our Aspire HQ channel, so please like and subscribe at the bottom, guys, so you get notified on our progress over the next few months. Do you want to talk a bit about the vehicles that we're doing?
Yeah, why not? I mean, because we firmed them up, haven't we now?
Yes.
So I'm in a VW split screen. We bought the base vehicle now. Mechanically not...
Wait till you see the pictures of it, because it doesn't look like it's going to do 2,500 miles right now.
It will, I'm sure. Obviously, with all my mechanical knowledge,
that's it.
It's going to be some burning some
doing
midnight oil.
Is one of the rules that you've got to do all the work yourself?
No, it's not. I'm going to be using some of our guys in the workshop for that. But it's been given a full bill of health mechanically, mostly there. So I'm going to uprate the brakes. I'm going to put a new engine in it.
Well, I've already put a new gearbox in there, so the gearbox is sound.
Yeah, gearbox is in there.
And you're going to uprate the engine from a 1641 that's currently in there to a twin carbed 1776.
Yeah. Tanking on. Going to fit, because I'm going to go Martini, old school Martini race colours.
Is that locked in now?
Typical Jimmy going down the drinks route.
So I'm going to have a Martini cocktail bar in mind.
It'll be yours for
dressed as a pit girl.
Yeah.
I do think the pit girl would be spot on.
Oh, I could take a pit girl with me every time ever I arrive.
Yeah. Cardboard one, yeah.
Have you had that signed off at home though?
Oh no, yeah. I might be able to get Claire to dress up. Oh, anyway. So that's the plan for my vehicle. Si, what are you doing, dude?
So you've probably seen there's already been a little walk round of my very rusty, rusty Baja.
We don't want to see your rusty Baja.
There has been a development though. We've got a donor Beetle. So picking up next Wednesday.
Criminal, what we're doing.
Oh really?
Absolutely criminal.
It's quite nice.
Oh, because it's a nice Beetle.
It's too good. So it's a 1 year only, 1967 Beetle.
Like almost like a drag Beetle, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's been down Santa Pod quite a few times.
So where's that coming from?
That's coming from Redditch. Yeah.
Right.
So
it's got a lot of nice kit on it, and he's gonna pull it apart. Completely pull it apart.
We're going to get smashed in the comments.
I know.
Not as bad as I am, I don't think.
Right.
Yes. It's going to get pulled apart, but it is going to make one awesome Baja when it's finished.
And don't forget, every one of these builds that we're actually building are going to be up for grabs on the website in the future, after the Badger Run is out.
And that's why we're going to go to town on them, because we're going to make them very special one-offs so that you guys got an opportunity to win a very, very, very special vehicle.
My worry is
Let's have a good road test as well.
Yeah. Just a few more.
one careful owner. We're going to get attached to them, that's the problem.
No,
we're going to be really attached to them.
So Stuart's going to, well, I'll talk about mine a bit first. So basically what I did, I imported a right-hand drive Jurgen from South Africa.
What's a Jurgen?
So a Jurgen is basically, it's a bay window or a split screen. This one's actually a bay window, so 75 I think, which has got like a caravan looking back on
So
on
a
it.
little bit like the snails we've done on the competitions.
Little bits, yeah, but the sort of original retro vibe. It was quite rotten in a few places, so we've taken the caravan bit off the back completely, which in essence then gives you a single cab pickup effect of the bay window.
So that gives you a good working shell.
So
already.
the chassis on it was fantastic. It was the body that was a little bit ropey.
Yeah.
So anyway, the chassis on it is absolutely fantastic. Putting a Red 9 design front beam on it. We're lowering it down 2 splines on the back.
Of course you are.
12-inch banded steels. So we're going to have 12J wheel on each side on the back.
Nice.
And then we managed to buy an Airstream probably about a year ago now.
Yeah, it's been
in that car.
It's been in the car for a year.
And we've been going like, what are we going to do with it? Because it was going to be an events.
It was going to be an events vehicle, or events trailer for us. So basically, it was originally like a 40-foot Airstream that was shortened down.
It looks like Darth Vader's helmet.
It does. That's what it looks like. So it's approximately half a metre.
That one.
Yeah, it's approximately half a metre longer than the original Jurgen, but it's 70 mil narrower than the widest limit I can drive on the road.
Right.
If it was 70 mil wider than it actually is, I'd need to get permission to go on the roads.
Oh, never.
And
an escort
vehicle to go around. So it's incredibly wide.
It's going to be fine in Monaco and Nice, isn't it?
Absolutely fine. It's around Lake Como I'm worrying about most.
Right, James, when you're doing a bit of the route planning, make sure narrow roads.
Narrow, tight.
I got it.
What you need is on the vehicle.
I'm just going to get wedged in a little Italian village
on
somewhere,
the
aren't
vehicle
I?
you take down, you're just going to need some outriggers, so you
Or
can
lots
just
of
test
KY
it
jelly.
everywhere you
KY
go.
jelly, yeah. Jimmy's got lots of that.
I
in
can borrow some if you want.
From the
I want
Martini
it back,
bus.
mind.
Do you often use second-hand KY jelly?
We're going downhill. Right. So, Stu, tell us a bit about
Velma, yeah.
Well, Velma is going to be completely unchanged from when I won her.
Excellent.
So she's going to be great. Not quite big enough for me to sleep inside comfortably, so I'm going to have to take a tent.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Just to stop you there, so that was one of the rules on the Badger Run. We will be having a couple of nights in some hotels along the way, undetermined how many at the moment. But one of the main rules was you've got to be able to sleep in, on or beside your vehicle. So that could be a roof tent, it could be a tent on the side of the vehicle, obviously sleep inside it. So that's the rules. So you either sleep in Velma, or if a lot of you won't know Stuart, and he has not got any skills of putting a tent on whatsoever.
It's awful. It is absolutely
Jimmy's more
awful.
skilled at building camper vans than Stuart is at putting up tents.
Yeah, so I'm looking at ways to try and get round that, but yeah.
I'm
So
going
you'll
for a
be
roof
fine,
tent
Stu.
on mine, I think.
okay.
You can go and bunk him with side.
Well, there's
Yeah.
actually, we have said there could be 2 people per vehicle. I don't think we want to do any more than that, because otherwise we're talking crazy numbers, and this is going to be a logistical nightmare as it is. So you could just employ a
I
tent
could. Well,
putter
you've got
upper.
enough space for me to get in with you, so
Yeah, fair one. He's got a shower in his
yeah,
garage.
absolutely, absolutely.
We'll be queuing up for
queuing
a
up the
shower in the
towels
morning.
like
Yeah,
that.
we're going to be outside.
I don't know if I'm cool with it.
You can have espresso martinis at my gaff.
Yeah.
Then go over for a shower.
I'll do the
my
bacon
bar
sandwiches
half.
then.
Make,
I'm hoping to have the espresso maker in the Baja,
well, excellent. You can
so
supply.
I can supply
You can supply the
espressos
espressos for the martini.
martinis whilst we're queuing for a shower.
What more can you want?
What's Velma going to do? Bacon sarnies?
Bacon sandwiches.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can all laugh at me with my erection skills.
So you well, we know a bit of the history of Velma. So we're, a guy who restored it sadly passed away, didn't he?
Yes.
And Stuart, you were sharing that you spoke to the previous owners.
No, I actually just googled the registration number.
Right.
Wanted to find a little bit more about her because she came with a really big book of,
She did, yeah.
of receipts and documents and letters. And bless him,
James, photo up of Velma. That would be great.
Yeah.
bless him, he after he'd restored her, not long after, he got very poorly with cancer, and his family used Velma as the hearse to take him to his funeral.
That's
and
amazing.
somewhere I've got a picture of it, and they're like the cortege, which is really cool.
So it comes from Scotland, didn't it?
It did. Originally it was from Anglesey.
Yeah.
He bought it from Anglesey, took it up to Aberdeen,
We
renovated
had,
it.
We had some lovely messages from I think it was neighbours of the family,
Yeah.
and they were like saying, "Oh, it's lovely. We've seen this bus, being built, and yeah,
It was quite a tough one to purchase from memory, because it meant so much to the family as
Yeah.
well. And I know the wife of the husband who died. She had a tear in her eye
Yeah,
when we took her
understandably so.
away. Yeah,
Understandably so.
such a
So
beautiful
that's not
birth.
uncommon with the vehicles that we do on Aspire. So many of the vehicles we do have got some story.
I
or
cry pretty much
Yeah.
every
just-
week. One of them leaves here. We get so attached to them because they're more than just vehicles to
Well,
so many of us.
Every bus has got its own sort of quirks and charms, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm usually cursing it, trying to get it in gear, going. But every now and then there's one that really resonates with me.
Yeah.
I'm not mad classics on.
No.
You obviously
I am, yeah.
classics through and through with that, but I can definitely see the charm as we've had so many through the.
It's just the
competition.
memories that you can make, and we're going to make so many awesome memories doing this Badger run. So there's going to be 25 vehicles, as we said before, approximately 50 people, not including all the support staff and the
Yeah.
photographers, the videographers, and everyone else that we're going to be dragging along with us. And we're going to be like an
like
even
a
bigger
family.
family.
Well,
at
it's
the
going
end
to
of
throw
it.
up challenges as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be those hiccups that are going to happen,
Well,
and you're going to.
there's the regular hiccups that will just happen naturally with breakdowns and things, but there's also we're going to be doing loads of challenges of like set things to do. And
Do you know what I think we
he
should
told
do?
Stuart
Maybe
that. Did you not hear? Yeah, you did hear. There's going to be challenges
Yes,
on
I
the
did.
way.
So the challenges could be.
I already know of one that you've got.
So the challenges could be anything from, like, we rock up in a little French village somewhere and we've got to go to the market and like buy a certain like recipe board
Yeah,
and
ingredients or whatever.
ingredients where we then go and cook for everyone at the campsite. Let's put this out to the viewers as well.
Yeah,
so
so
please
what
hit us up.
challenges,
What challenges could we do? Something that could be really embarrassing, like Jimmy running across Normandy Beach in a mankini. Like that would.
It's not embarrassing.
You could
mate.
start. You could start one of the races in your martini
Yeah.
outfit.
Why
if
not?
We do the beach race at the end.
Walking around with his flags.
Yeah.
I'm game for anything.
Game. Yeah.
So yeah, please do drop your challenges in the comments as well. And also, if you want to come along, post some pictures of your buses or your classics.
Actually, that brings us on lovely to the application process. So we haven't put the applications out yet. So
Yeah.
basically, what we're going to want. We're looking for approximately another 18 vehicles to join us on this awesome trip around Europe. It is to raise money for charity. Now, we've been throwing a few charities around. One of them, which is, coming
We're pretty firmed up
pretty
on.
firm, is the Bristol Children's Hospital. So please watch for future videos on that.
really,
It's
really
a
good
charity that's
charity,
close to
yeah.
all our hearts.
And the VDub community as
And
a
the
whole in
VDub,
this
yeah.
area. There's the VDub family up in Bristol. They raised money for
Yeah.
those guys. I've personally got friends who's got a really poorly child at the moment who's using the hospital. So when you mentioned that, I was like, oh, that'd be absolutely amazing to support
It's
those
a perfect
guys.
fit.
Yeah, so we will have to get in touch with
Yeah.
them and get up to see them, find out a little bit more about what they do, so we can sort of let you guys know, what we're supporting
And also,
and where the
before
money's
we
going to be spent.
can firm up the application process, we've obviously got to firm up the route, we've got
Yes.
to firm up the offering, what the price is going to be, and all that sort of stuff. So we are working away, badgering away.
We're badgering away indeed.
On that with a charity as well, we're going to be doing some fundraising activities, so they're
Yeah.
going to be quite exciting to watch over the next few months.
Yeah.
We've got some
So we want to raise
mad
as
ideas.
much money as possible for this charity, and we're we're going to be starting really in the next couple of weeks with different fundraising events. We're going to get a Just Giving page up, which you will find a link to in future videos.
Yeah, we'll be doing our as we give away £500 each week to charities of the winners of the Campers' Choice. We're going to be occasionally doing the £500 off to the Badger Run charities as well.
Top up the target.
Yeah, definitely.
So guys, watch this space, keep on tuning in and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can find out more about the Badger Run as it unfolds.
Yes, and we will be putting up the application form out for people to join us in the next couple of weeks.
Exciting.
So Stu, thank you so much for coming down to
Brilliant idea, can't wait.
to HQ today and having a
Really
chat
glad
with
to have
us.
you on board, mate.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Can't
going to
wait.
be great
It's
fun.
going to be real good fun.
Excellent. Take care everyone, we'll see you soon.
Cheers, thank you.
All the
Bye-bye.
best.